Something that some people don't understand about like living in a dictatorship, in a true dictatorship country, is that you can get jailed simply for your opinion, right? So a guy participated in the what is it, like a questionnaire survey on the streets, and now he's facing up to 10 years in jail. um 37 years old guy. Last year, I think he got interviewed sort of on the street, and he decided to be honest, and sort of he said talked about the crimes that the Russian army has committed in Ukraine, um, in Ukraine, regarding all sorts of sort of mass murder and launching rockets onto civilian buildings and killing people in Bucha and so on and so forth, right? And yeah, and what happened now is that in March of 2023, um, in March of 2023, he's been detained. He's like, right now the court already sort of made him basically unavailable for exiting the country, because he's got this sort of subpoena, about not subpoena but sort of it's hard to translate it, like no, it's not subscription. It's kind of letter of inability to exit the country, basically. And then, of course, because the court system is non-existent in Russia, they might as well just rename themselves into prosecutor's office, basically, because there is no court anymore in Russia. I don't know if there was ever, if there's ever been one, but yeah, basically, and his sentence, his like the law that he's presumably broke, right? One of the part was up to 5 years, and they've changed it for like another like criminal code 207.3 and part 2 now, for up to 10 years in jail about fakes about Russian army, with motives of hatred and like, what is it, like animosity, something like that. Which is just to say, basically, that when people on Twitter or whatever, some other social media, are saying like why Russians don't protest, aren't protesting, why people are not fighting against regime inside Russia, right? This is why. And I'm gonna talk. There is another news just in a second. This is why, because it is a totalitarian state with absolutely zero laws, and if you, at this point, if you, in my opinion, if you are stupid enough to voice your opinion like that, this is your life. This is your punishment. Which, yeah, like people who live in Russia, in Belarus, in for that matter, in countries like Iran or China, wherever, they should try to escape those countries, and in the meantime try to keep their own life sort of intact, right? Try to keep themselves safe. And if it means that you will not voice your like opinions, real opinions, so be it. You just try to live, just try to survive, and just try to leave those absolutely despicable countries. And definitely never say anything in public like that, or in a circle that is not like your real good like inner circle of friends, right? Like not even like with some strangers, whatever. Never say anything like that, because you have only one life, and those giant oppressive machinery, oppressive apparatus, it doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about you, and you are not helping anyone if you just like say something, which like a lot of people also kind of think, right? And then you get 10 years in jail or whatever, because when you are out of jail, you have your life, right? Once you get into that system, you're done. You're fucked, and they can kill you. They can spend they can not disqual they can requalify or add another sentence to you for other fucking misdemeanors or whatever. They can make your life hell, which I will talk about in the context of Navalny. Even, yeah, let's talk about this right now, actually.